Hey guys, it's Godzilla Zachary and welcome back to another video. And this time, we're not doing a ringing of the shop, but this is actually essentially like a remake of one of my other videos, except if it's for the previous year instead of 2 years ago. If you guys remember, I actually did a 2023 recap of my clock collection in 2024 for all the clocks I gotten in 2023. Well, now that we're in 2025, I'd better do a remake of this video and actually showcase all the clocks I have gotten in 2024. Now, keep this in mind that originally when we started 2024, where I could not collect clocks for a while because I actually was moving houses. So we're going to actually review every clock I have gotten in 2024. It's going to be no chronological order. It might, but I have to remember everything that came in order. Which I'm beginning to think I do remember. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So the first of the ones I got was actually this. This is an old Mickey Mouse watch. But as you see, the minute hand is really loose. I don't know how I'm going to get this fixed, but this was one of the ones we found cleaning out the old garage at the old place. And the next one we have is this Mickey Mouse style pocket watch. And that's the chain for it right there. So I need to figure out how I'm going to fix that to... And as you see, that's actually the little bag it came in. So I need to actually get new batteries in this eventually, and then it will be back up and running. Then the third one I got was this Elgin. This is essentially a stretchy Elgin wristwatch, and it's not having many other problems either, other than the fact the battery is dead. So that's another nice one. Then I got this watch here, which is actually essentially like a toy style from McDonald's in a Happy Meal. This was actually one of the first of oldest McDonald's clocks I've gotten in my collection. And it's pretty nice overall. And it is, I believe, functional. The batteries are just dead right now. Coming up here, we have this Jack Daniels clock. This was originally my father's, but he let me have it, and it did work originally, but the minute hand was actually broken. Therefore, it would like dangle because it was starting to rip apart. I replaced the movement in this, and it's now working a lot better. And as you see, I do have it hanging on my pegboards. I used to have it hanging originally over there on a push pin, but it kept leaning, so I hung it on the pegboard and it looks perfect. And while we're over here, I may as well review this one. This is a Howard Miller Jordan wall clock. Some people refer to this model as the Harvest Home, but I can confirm that this is essentially the Howard Miller Jordan. And it's a pretty nice one. Because I got this at Treasures and Junk from Ontario, California, and I went there with my friend Jesse. He got an Ansonia schoolhouse wall clock, which is not in his house anymore. It's actually now at his father's, but we made an agreement with this that if I got this one, he would get the Ansonia, because I wanted the Ansonia myself too, and I didn't want us to actually fight for the clocks, so we actually had to make the agreement. I agreed, and so he got the Ansonia and I got the Howard Miller Jordan, and it's pretty nice. And there's the notes right there on when I actually bought and got it. So this came from Treasures and Junk for $86, which actually was a pretty good deal in my opinion. And it's actually just about to go off, so I'm just going to demo it. And do it. Yes, I can. Perfect. So that's how it actually sounds. You may also recognize this clock from Clock TV. Because, yep, he actually has this as well, though it tends to now have out of beat issues for some reason. Mine isn't out of beat at the moment. It may become eventually, but I'm not too sure. For now, it just seems to be running, so that's a good sign. Coming down here, we have this Ansonia kitchen gingerbread clock. This actually came from my uncle's mother-in-law. So essentially my aunt's mother. Oh, it actually was not working when I got it. So she gave it to me, and I completely fixed it. The problem was the pendulum was not wanting to swing as it was therefore out of B. I adjusted it, and now it swings much better. And this is actually my first clock that has a mercury pendulum. And there's the gong. The hammer always has the issue to not want to hit the gong, so it sounds pretty bad at times. But it's therefore still a really nice clock. You can tell what I mean with how it rattles. It had an alarm feature in it, but it does not anymore, actually. And guys, no, I did not rip the alarm out. Well, it actually was ripped out before I even got it. So, yeah. And I can confirm it is Ansonia, because it says it here on the key. It also says it in there. Let me just move that pendulum. See that? It says Ansonia. And also, this wooden piece right here, it actually was broken off when I got it. But I used glue, not school glue, or wood glue, because I didn't have wood glue. I used super glue, and it actually is stick back on. I will admit, it's a little bit higher than the other one, but that's okay. I'm just happy with it. So after I got the Ansonia, I then got this. This is a sailing ship clock by Rhythm, and essentially it is my second Rhythm clock. As you see, it does say Rhythm right there, and it's perfect company match up with my Remington 2 down there. So this is essentially another one of the clocks I got. This actually came from a clock shop up in the older part of Ukaipa, and it's actually pretty neat. You may have recognized these in Jimmy's Alpine Clock Shop, and therefore I now have my own. And it's in really good condition. I believe it's mint condition. This is hard to change on my daily savings time videos because you guys know me. I struggle to find the part to actually change it. It's like in the top section around over there, so that therefore makes it hard for me to change. And another clock I got the same day is over here. This is a Statue of Liberty Centennial clock. This actually came from the Back in Time Antique Mall in Redlands, and it's actually really cool. They have so many clocks there. I can't put all the clocks in the community post, unfortunately, but let me just tell you, they really had a ton. Like so many, like more than I can even count. Because I went antiquing and I actually found this one because it's Statue of Liberty, and I love the Statue of Liberty. And yes, it is missing a finial, unfortunately, so I have to get a new one, but therefore it's really good. It wasn't working when I got it. I mean, it was in beat, but it would only run for a bit then stop. So what did I do then? I essentially took the movement out. I cleaned it, I gave it new oil, and now it's working much better. This is Korean, but it's still cool. And it is chiming a little slow. And yes, this thing is actually safe to push back, believe it or not. It has rack and snail striking. It's hard to tell also, but like if I shine this in the light, It shows the Statue of Liberty, and it also says, "Give me you're tired, you're poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." And also this key here, it's not the one that came with it. It's actually over here. I actually use this key now in the schoolhouse clock. So this is actually the key that came with the Statue of Liberty Centennial. I swapped it with the key to the schoolhouse clock, just so that way I can actually wind it easier without having to use a universal key. But that is another one I got. And it's actually my first clock to use an odd number for a key. It's pretty neat, honestly. And over here, this is a Hermle Bim Bam wag on the wall clock. This one was not working either. The chain actually came undone on this side, therefore causing it to not run. And it was like stuck at a certain point. I actually used tools, I got it back on, and now it's working perfectly. And actually, the same person who gave me the Ansonia gave me this one. And it's similar of a story. She had gotten this like during a trip to Germany when she was in high school, and she's had it ever since then. And then eventually she passed it down to me. I was actually able to fix it, and it's working perfectly. I can demo it too. And yes, it is Hermle, but this thing is very ornate. And the chime doesn't resonate well enough, but I don't know if I can fix it. I mean, I can, but I just don't want to break the rods. But yeah, that's a very ornate clock, and I love it a lot. And it's 9 clocks I got in 2024, which is quite a lot. This next one here is kind of a bit of a boring one. And it was kind of after because I copied Clock TV slightly, which I really regret about it, and I don't mean anything against it. But this one, it's like similar to his except the dial is different and it's got a pendulum. And it works pretty well, though it's just like running a little fast. But I got it off eBay. It's pretty nice overall, though I kind of regret the purchase because I could have saved up for something better. Either way, I just now have it. And then the next and final one I believe I got, it was this Zodiac art wall clock. This I actually got for Christmas, just like Clock TV, and no, I am not getting it to copy. I wanted it because it's just like the other wooden clock I got in 2023. So therefore, it's a neat one. And this was essentially the last clock I got in 2023. I also had a 5 grams alarm clock, but I accidentally broke it, and it's now broken beyond repair, so I cannot show that, unfortunately. I meant it was actually second to last, not completely last, because I got this as well. This was given to me from my aunt friend, and she actually got this when she was in London. When she was leaving, she got this on the way out, and now I actually have it because she knows how much I love Big Ben. And it's really cute. Like look at that face. And these gold parts are really loose. I have to be careful when moving it. And then the final watches are down here. That first one right there is a volcano watch, which that was originally one of my oldest watches ever. It was actually founded after we moved here. And then the other one next to it was actually my mother's watch. She passed it down to me so I can have it. And now I actually have those. So essentially I got like 6 watches in 2024, and I got quite a few clocks. I'm gonna count real quick. And that wraps up all the clocks I got in 2024. 9 clocks along with 5 watches. So if you add those all together, that is essentially 14. So it's 14 clocks in total, whereas 5 of them were watches and the other 9 were clocks. The 5 rams would have counted to make 10 clocks, but now that it's broken, I cannot count it, unfortunately. I'll get a new one eventually to replace it. And for the pizza clock, the movement did unexpectedly break when I was on my Thanksgiving break cruise. As you guys saw, like in my video when I wound everything, and it was broken, and I tried to fix, but it just became done for the movement. So I had to buy a new movement, and it's now working perfectly. This didn't count in the recap as it was actually a repair I had to do. But those are all the clocks I got in 2024. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like if you have enjoyed it a lot. And also help me out by sharing the video with your friends. So subscribe and ring the bell to be notified for new videos coming soon. And clearly everything is starting to go off now. Well, for 10:30 in the morning. But I'll see you guys in the next video. So long!